Alright. Maybe it's going to be better over here. Yes. Hi! Nobody's here, so I'm just like talking to the screen. I'm Casey, I'm onemellowmarigold, and I got a lot of tomatoes that will not fit in my freezer, so it's time to start canning, and I'm going to make tomato basil soup today. And if anybody wants to hang out in my kitchen with me while I make up tomato basil soup and water bath can it, my goodness, you are welcome. I have got tunes on. I have got a ton of tomatoes. I have got lovely basil, and tomato soup is just like one of my favorites. I'm a Gen X kid, and man, a grilled cheese and that tomato soup just, oh, I can't wait. In fact, when I stopped over at the store today, I got myself some really nice Gouda cheese to make an amazing grilled cheese for dinner tonight. But we gotta make the soup first. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. We're just hanging out. No big whoop. Hanging out with a whole bunch of tomatoes. We're gonna make soup. So anyway, let me show you what I got going on. And you can say hi or not say hi. I don't care. I'm gonna just talk to myself either way. Look at all these gorgeous tomatoes we've got going on. My tomatoes this year are over the moon. There are so many, so plentiful. I've got some really fun, beautiful varieties. I like to work with about 20 pounds of tomatoes at a time when I start doing any sort of canning. So I have got about 15 pounds right here, and then I've got a 5-pound bag that I pulled from the freezer that's just frosting as we speak. So first step for me is going to be to prepare all the tomatoes, which means I'm going to be slicing them open, cutting off the green tops. Then I primarily use a food processor to break them down. For me, I'm going to be water bath canning the tomato soup today. And so, oops, sorry. How's this? Hey. I'm going to be water bath canning the soup, and so I like it like really, really smooth. So I use the food processor to break it down super fine. And then on the stove, I put a strainer over the pot, and I dump all the tomato product into the pot, and I just keep doing this round after round after round. Processed tomatoes, strain them in the pot. Processed tomatoes, strain them in the pot. It takes a whole lot of tomatoes to make tomato soup, kids. Think about that the next time you pick up your can of Campbell's. So that's what we're going to get started doing. We're going to process everything down. I've got a junk bowl on my counter for all the stems and seeds and everything that I clean out. If you hang out all the way through to the time we get them in the water bath canner, rock on. If you don't, it's okay. I think you're cool anyway. Just, you do you, I'll do me. We'll just hang out. If you got questions, then you like chat about it. And if you don't, that's okay too. I'm easy. I think I'm trying to pick the best spot for you guys to be. And I think I'm going to move it over just a hair. So many tomatoes, guys. So many freaking tomatoes. Ooh. Hey. Hey! Hello, Granny and Scarlett. It's good to see you. Neela says hi. Sky says hi. Hello, everybody. This was not planned. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just impulsive that way. I am impulsive. I am socially impulsive. All right. Let's try this. Hey. That. Maybe. Okay, anyway. You got it. Okay. Let me get these together. If you've never made your own soup, I highly recommend. I mean, everything is better when you make it and grow it on your own. Everything. Every single thing. Look at this beautiful tomato. Look at that beautiful heart-shaped tomato. Sergeant Pepper Tomato. Gorgeous. First time I'm using these this year, and they are amazing. Assume on your own. The music is from my Pandora station, and this is my salt and pepper. Hey, honey. Do it. Do it. Do it. We will be tomatoing together. Oh my gosh, I love it. Anyway, the music is from my salt and pepper Pandora. Look at the inside of that Sergeant Pepper tomato. Tell me that's not a soup tomato. It's amazing. There's like 4 seeds you can take out of the whole thing. Because I'm going to use the strainer to take out all the tomatoes anyway, I don't worry too much about like pre-scooping out the seeds. But if I crack open a tomato that's like really packed full with goopy seeds, then I will often scoop them out with my fingers into my junk bowl beforehand. Back when I was on TikTok, I used to go live all the time, and I really loved it. And moving over to YouTube, well, I was technically on TikTok and YouTube both, but after things happened on TikTok, I bailed for higher seas, and I've pretty much just been here and on Instagram. But anyway, I used to love going live on TikTok just randomly all the time because I'm the only human in this house, and I can talk to my dogs as much as I want, but you guys at least message back. Baby. So if the music gets too loud or you want to hear something different, you can let me know that too. Oliver! My doggos are here on the floor watching, wondering what the heck this crazy lady's doing. I throw all the tomatoes in. When I make all this stuff, we did have fun on TikTok Lives. Some people don't ever use the cherry tomatoes for like cooking and baking and stuff like this. I do. I use all the things and all the things. Woo! I just stabbed myself. So we'll find out what the YouTube live communities are like. If people are digging, if they don't. Realize this is the middle of the day, so not everybody's going to be able to hang out. That's okay. I really, honestly, I would talk to 4 people. Yay! I love it. I love that we're just 2 like kitchen buds, just like doing our things. I love that it's this time of year to be doing the things, you know? I tell you what, this is like the first day in forever that we have had less than 90 degrees. And I'm like ready for pumpkin spice. I'm ready for sweaters. I'm ready for everything already. Now some people like to pressure can. Oh my God, 72. Yeah, it's probably about the same here. Some people like to pressure can tomato soup. And you can absolutely do that. I don't. Only because, not for any really big scandalous reason. I like to use tomato soup as like a base, right? I want a really good tomato soup, but I don't need to roast tomatoes first. I don't use chicken stock. I don't use olive oil. I don't use any of that. It's like thick tomato juice with seasoning, right? So like if you're not using any of the extra stuff, and you make sure to manage your acidity, you can water bath can just fine. I use citric acid instead of lemon juice. I think that cuts down on the water volume. That's just me. Just me. Just me. Just me. All right, we got a blender full. Oh, I know what I did. There we go. That's a little easier. Oops. Oh, plugging it in. That would be helpful. That's gonna work so much better. Let that go for a minute. How cute is this freaking tomato? How cute is this stinking baby little tomato? Wicked, wicked, have to kick it. Oh, nice. Citric acid in both. That's amazing. And that's a good call, Cindy. Tomato paste later to thicken it. You bet. I'm also somebody who's gonna, like, if I'm feeling fancy, I might put some noodles in, or I might put a little sour cream and cheese in, or little chives, or like whatever. You know what I mean? That's so, like, for me, a plain tomato soup, and then you can do whatever. My eyeballs are not good. Garcello, hello, how are you? So then, gets all pink. Bright as the sun, I want to have some fun. I pour it through the strainer. And then I just keep cutting. And I let the strainer do the draining while I'm doing the rest of the cutting. I'm real good. We're good. We're hanging out and we're making tomato basil soup. Have you ever seen or grown White Beauty tomatoes? If not, this is a White Beauty tomato. I absolutely hate the name. I can't. This is absolutely as dark ripe as it gets, which makes it kind of difficult when you're picking because they blend in. Like, they don't stick out with red or pink like you think they might. Because it's time to have back on your mark. Get set, go, let me shoot. In a 3-piece suit, spend all my dough. Rain me, cutie, shoot, shooby-dooby, like Scooby-Dooby. In your big jeans, you give me nice dreams. You make me want to scream, ooh, ooh, ooh. You make me want to shoot. You can also give a little squeeze into your junk bowl, get some of that water out. Cutest brother in here. And he's coming this way. It's gonna be wanna get with me. Whatever, quickly. Mm-mm-mm. This pretty little orange girly. Soup de soup. Soup de soup. Soup de soup de soup de soup. Solid. My kind of people, booby. Little bacon in your tomato soup. Ooh, come on. Little bacon over the top. Can make it spicy with some hot sauce.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
Debit card.
their debit card. Not the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use card line.
Wait, I can just select my card.
Yeah, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's a piece of fun for Chase.
I'm going to giggle about that for a really long time.
A summer day's
More cherry than regular. Yeah, I think that happens to a lot of people. Cherry tomatoes, they will do everything. They will go everywhere. This is the old agenda trying to do what these ladies tell us. Because it will sell us. Just put your pants. Just bust a move. You got it. And your wish that someone who could a lonely condition. From his elevator rope. Sitting in a row, dressed in yellow. She says hello. Come sit next to me, you fine fellow. You got it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think I agree. And then when my little strainer gets full, I use this thing. This is not obnoxious. But this is nothing. This is nonsense. This came from like a Pampered Chef margarita pitcher, I feel like 19,000 years ago. And the pitcher is broken and long gone. But this was the top, and you went like this to like mix it. That's awful. Anyway, here's what it does. That rounded bottom is like amazing for doing this in the bottom of my rounded strainer, and it helps push everything down into the pot. push everything down into the pot. So when the strainer gets a little full, I help it process down a little bit. We don't always have to buy the coolest, newest toys. Pranesh, time please. I am 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. I'm in New York. What are you, about 10 hours different maybe? Oh, he doesn't, that wasn't his intent. Hi Jeffrey. We're making tomato basil soup and just dicking around in the kitchen. But look at, like, okay, wait. So, like, this, listen to me. Like, okay, wait. Like, it goes so fast, right? And then all that's in the strainer is seeds and skin. Boom. Just tomato puree in the bottom. Easy, easy. So easy peasy. You know how to make Russian food. I know nothing about Russian food. You should share with us some recipes. But I love learning to cook cuisine from new places. Oh, what am I doing? I'm getting all ahead of myself. And I guarantee you, because I did sharpen my knives, that I will most definitely cut myself at some point. That always happens exactly after I just love that beautiful orange. Look at that beautiful orange. Chick, baby, 1, 2. I always end up doing that. It's like I sharpen a knife and immediately stick it into my finger for some reason. These, Brianne, I think is what you're talking about. These are, they're called Sergeant Pepper tomatoes. Little heart shaped. They start out purple and green, and then they change to this lovely purple and red. But yeah, it's almost, yeah. I guess the ends are like black tomatoes. I guess I've not thought of it. These are amazing. I got these seeds from my friend Diane. Her page is Gardening with Diane. And they're awesome. They're awesome. By far the most prolific tomato in my garden this year. And healthy, meaty. This is most definitely a tomato I will keep growing. I know, this is my first year for him too, and I can't stop talking about them. Meanwhile, my Roma tomatoes, I don't think I'm ever growing those again. I am so mad. I take it personal when they don't grow right. I love the way you comb your hair. Makes me want to get with you. I take it personal when my tomatoes don't grow right. And this year, honestly, and last year too, they, like every single one, blossom end rot, blossom end rot, blossom end rot. I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm over trying to make it work. So I'm just not doing it anymore. Shake it to the right. Don't mind sticking it to her every single night. Shake it, baby, don't stop it. Got a whole lot of drills. Na na na. in the face. It's a big middle finger from the tomato to the grower. Ungrateful bastards.
A summer day's most righteous time. Throw in some SPF. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew with green.
I'm basically gonna keep going until the pot is full. That's what I'm doing. Hanging out until the pot is full.
Chill stream of delicious bold refreshment.
And then we'll start cooking it down, which honestly takes the longest. And then maybe no one wants to hang out and whatever.
A summer day's most righteous time. Throw in some SPF. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew with green. Head to the lake for boating, fishing.
We're getting there. We're making good progress. It's always fun to chat
Chill stream of
while you're doing a task. Yeah. Cherry tomatoes are lovely. That's the one type of tomato I can eat raw. And I had to honestly sort of develop my taste for that too. Like red cherry tomatoes, no. Yellow, orange, yes. I don't know how I got so weird about tomatoes, man, but I tell you what, when I posted about tasting the Sergeant Pepper tomato, got a whole lot of comments from a whole lot of people who are like, don't worry about it. I don't like them stewed, but I can't eat them this way. But I love eating them this way and not eating them this way. So I don't feel bad. My man with all honesty. Like the one decent Roma. Okay, wait, I have two. Technically, two. If anybody's on here that doesn't follow me, which is amazing, or not, like whatever. I love everybody. It's all good. If you're looking for the kind of homestead content that revolves around conservative values, I am not the creator for you. Okay? I am the creator who thinks food should be accessible to everybody. I think you're a gardener. Whether you grow 2 pounds of tomatoes or 1,000 pounds of tomatoes. I don't think there's anything wrong in the world with getting all your produce from a grocery store. I would just prefer everybody have equal access to fresh produce. Romano flat green beans. Romano flat green beans. I don't know what that is. Tell us more. Tell us more, Oki. I think around. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely beefsteak. A lot of water and seeds though. I'll creep around. 30 years ago. So something old for some reason just didn't get grown anymore. I always wonder how that happens, you know? Why some things just don't get grown anymore. I want to show you this before I dump it. Yeah, me too. So that's what the bottom of the sieve looks like when you push it all through. And it's like pretty dry. I mean, you could sit there and keep pushing it till you get every bit of water out. But that's already pretty dry. And then it just goes in the compost. And that's it. Get ready for the next bunch. More than a green bean. Okay. All right. I don't like green beans. Ooh. Only the sexy people. And we're in effect. Working up a sweat. Hot, hot show. Now push it. Push it real good. Push. Ooh, this worked great over me. Man, now that these temps have come down, my tomato plants actually might start reproducing. Ooh! They all went dormant for, I don't know, a good 3 weeks. So I'll have a gap now between big rounds of tomatoes. But there's still tons of tomatoes left on my vines. Baby pop. Gonna get pissed. Now push it. Push it good. Push it real good. I've not heard what kind of a bean is a jade bean, Granny. I love beans. I enjoy beans. The only beans I grew this year so far were northern whites. They're growing up the corn.
Prime delivery is fast. How fast are you talking? We're talking puzzle toys and lip pad delivered so fast you can get this puppy under control. Fast. We're talking inside the door without really fast. Fast. Better need to
Long and tender. Ooh, that's nice. You know. To play away. Wow. Wow, wow. It's no surprise, got tricks in the stash. That's when it comes to the gas. Baby, you're a perfect 10. Whoop. Taking a pause. Enjoy the music. I'll be right back. Game on. Oh my god, pickled dilly beans are the best. When I blend the tomatoes and sieve them, does it put the jelly from around the seeds into your cooking pot too? Yeah, I would imagine it would. I would imagine that is, yes. Because so little, for how much tomatoes run through the sieve, so little is left behind that yes, I think the goop is in there too. Everything but really seeds and cores and skin. And honestly, I think a lot of the skin ends up going through too, if it's fine enough after being blended in the processor. But I'm known to rock a microphone. I mean, girls adore me. I don't care. Okay, I am gonna get the pot on the stove because it's getting kind of full, so that it can start cooking down. And I go like medium low. Especially to start because I don't want it like boiling and bubbling and like sticking to the bottom of the pot. So I'm really just trying to get it heated up and start getting the, hey Haddison, hi, how are you? So spur of the moment, girl. There we go. I don't want anything to burn while I'm still working with tomatoes. And I don't need it all like big popping and making a big old silly mess. We're almost done with the fresh tomatoes. First of all, ready? She's the biggest tomato from my garden so far this year. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't she beautiful? That is, I'm going to weigh her all on her own. That is a 1 pound, 4 ounce tomatoes. I love her. I'm almost like sad to have to put her in. Free and stop. I love you. 1 pound, 4 ounces, this beauty. Oh, love her. One, two, three, get loose now. It takes two. And look at her. For that big old tomato, like hardly goopy at all. More meaty than goopy. And then honestly, since that's filling my soup pot, I'm gonna leave the frozen. I mean, I'm gonna keep letting the frozen ones defrost, but I'm gonna leave them for another project. Oh, I like that. Good call out. What everybody, yes, I want to hear what everybody's growing too. And Brianne, I know you hear the song that's on. I expect something good and punny from you. Oh, baby! I remember screaming that when I was like 13. We had no business screaming anything to this song. Yeah, you know me. Kitchen ceilings. That big pot of tomatoes, I love it. I love canning shit. I love, we're making tomato soup. We are making tomato soup. It's my favorite. I got a shit ton of fresh basil. This is probably, I didn't probably need to pick quite this much. I did, I got a whole bunch. Yeah, so tomato soup. Stop it! Get out of here! Get out of here! What do I need? Now I need, okay, since we have other tomato growers, I skim the foam off the top. Do you all skim the foam as well, or do you just let it stay in there? Down at the LPs. That's what I want to know. I want to know if you are foam skimmers or not foam skimmers. If you know what I mean. Here's a bowl for our foam. In my oven are my pint jars. I just turned it on so they can get sterilized. I should put water in my canner. Ooh, P.S. I don't use like a water bath canner either. I seriously just use what I have. I just use a big old stock pot. Granny does not skim, okay? I use a big old stock pot, and you can get a little kit, and it comes with one of these little racks that you put on the bottom. But that's it. Like, so I bought the pressure canner, obviously, but I did not buy a water bath canner because I just do this. And I can do it because I'm one person, and I'm usually not making batches of stuff so big that, like, I think a huge water bath actual canner would be necessary. So if you're somebody who, like, preserves for a bigger family, then yeah, maybe you would. I'm gonna get her filled. So I skim, because someone, you know, I don't know if I heard it in like a video or whatever, read it in a post. I heard that if you leave it in, it can make the rest of your soup taste bitter, but then I never actually tried the difference. Like, I never skimmed it and ate soup and then didn't skim it, you know what I mean, and tasted it. So I've never tasted the difference. You've never noticed any foam when you cook down? Oh, but you haven't blended them before. Okay, that's fair. Maybe it's only foamy because of the blender. We're learning, we're doing it. You done with BLTs? That's gonna stay in my head. Brienne, like, Allison's doing this for her first time too, or Haddison. She's Haddison on here. You guys are both new, and you're not ever going to stop. You're going to start canning and be like, this is so freaking great. You're never going to stop. Never. I'm just filling up my stock pot. That's why I'm just peeking in. Okay, so then you know what? Just for now, just for this time, because we're all here together, I'm not going to skim. I'm just going to go whole hog, no skim. I'm going to be brazen. I'm going to be daring.
Citrus
Ooh.
Ice cold mountain
Ooh.
dew with refreshing
Ooh.
citrus kick. Head to the
There we
lake
go.
for protein, fish, and sweet
There we go.
and vitamin D. The cool dip in the lake deserves a chill stream of delicious bowl of refreshment.
Oh my gosh, what a kind thing to say. What did I add to the jar of sauce? Me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What sauce? I love doing this too, Oki. I really do. I just casual hanging out and feeling just vibes with other people is just super fun. You know, if we were all in like the 1800s or even early 1900s, like we'd all be gross stay-at-home wives somewhere. But like we would get together and we would do this all together in somebody's kitchen, right? Because everybody would be growing, everybody would come together, somebody would be peeling, somebody would be steaming, somebody would be chopping, somebody would be dipping, right? And so like, we don't have to do that anymore. Yay. Women can do whatever the fuck we want to now. Yay. But now I feel like we have to, because of that, we got to find other ways to still hang out and get the communal aspect of cooking and preserving a harvest. And this is it, right? You know? Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes. This. So, just watching to make sure it doesn't blow over. Tomatoes are acidic, but not all super acidic. Some have varying levels. And so when you're water bath canning tomatoes, you want to make sure that the acidity is high enough that just the boiling and sucking out of the water on its own is going to kill everything in there. And so you can use lemon juice to make sure that there's a uniform acidity, or you can use citric acid. I got this big old thing, I don't know, for like $8 on Amazon once. I know we hate Bezos, I'm sorry, but it lasts forever. And then, where's a jar? Where's a jar? They're hot in the oven. Hang on. And then before you put in your soup, your sauce, whatever, you're going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in jelly jars, 1/4 of a teaspoon in pint jars, 1/2 a teaspoon in quarts. And I like this better than the lemon juice because the lemon juice is going to thin down your soup. And I think it tastes more lemony, which isn't bad. Sometimes I add lemon zest to my soups and stews and stuff anyway. So, but I think it kind of waters it down a little bit and tastes a little extra lemony. Whereas like the citric acid is just the straight up acid of the lemon, right? Kind of, it's just going to make it a little more sour tasting. But you're not really going to taste that. That was dumb. That was a wordy, rambling explanation. I don't know where we started now. Oh, yeah, no. No, corsets, no. Many layered long dresses, get the fuck out of here. No fucking way am I doing that. Okay, since I'm not skimming foam, I'm going to just pat it down. Okay, wait, I got to get you up close. You have to see this. Look at the foam. Are you sure? I hope you don't mind. Are we sure I don't want to skim that? Okay, I'm just knocking it down. I'm going to be a big girl. I'm not skimming. If y'all want a party like us. Citric acid can be made from yeast? Really? Really? Never? Now you understand why I skim it. Okay, are we changing our minds? Am I skimming? Okay, I can still skim. I can skim it and show you. Freeze. Okay, I'm gonna skim it just to show you how much there is. Yo, stop on the top. When I say freeze, you gonna freeze one time. Freeze!
To all the publics in the place that don't give a damn about what them ladies talk about, cause you just trying to get your man, make some noise. Now let me tell my folks.
Okay, that's a bowl full. That's a bowl full of foam. Now, okay. We're gonna leave this out, and the rest of it is just gonna go. That's how we're gonna take. Feel like we're going to a high school football game. And Doug. Brianne. Brianne, it's official. You need to come to every live from now on. Let me skin my suit. Do you BLT? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, seasonings. What do I use? Okay. This is the rest of my garlic powder. That's probably like a tablespoon or two. That whole thing's gonna go in. Fresh oregano from my garden. Hey, that's gonna go in. Black pepper is gonna go in. And I'm gonna start with a tablespoon of salt. We probably need two, but I'm gonna give it a tablespoon and then. Here comes the hot stuff. Won't die, yes, we multiply. So this part's gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna peel down my basil while we're hanging out, but at some point, it might literally be like hours before, this cooks down. Hours. That seems obnoxious. The basil is sweet Italian. I just tear the leaves in 3 pieces. That's all I do. And then I put it in at like the way end. See you later, Granny. Have a good rest of your day. This year, I don't know what everybody else said about their tomatoes, but this year I grew Romas, Amish. I did not grow Amish paste this year. Oregon Star. Those are doing great. The White Beauty, which are actually doing great. They're one that blight has pretty much stayed away from, so that's always good to know. Beef steaks, they're doing okay. Brandy Boy. Brandy Boy tomatoes. That's one of my favorites. That's what that big honker was. What else do I got out there? The lemon pear cherry tomatoes. Star. Oh, there's a variety called Big Mama. I've tried it 3 years. It's supposed to be like this big hybrid, huge Roma. Like you're supposed to be able to get like 2-pound Roma-sized tomatoes. I don't like them at all. They get diseased. They never get that big. So I won't grow that one again. I do like Amish paste. I didn't grow any this year, but I do like those too. Still love me like that. I'm a lyrical gangster. Basil, you always wait to add to the end because if you cook it too much, it gets bitter in your soup. So just throw it in at the end. Brandywine. So do your black crims, since you asked me, do your black crims look like my Sergeant Peppers? I might have to look into that one. Also, does everybody know that there's a gardener who grows a black garden? And I can't remember her name on Instagram, but like black tomatoes, black peppers, black flowers. She called the Midnight Garden? Shit, now I can't remember. Oh, she's pretty cool though. Your Romas are doing great. Allison, that's amazing. I'm really happy for you. Mine fucking suck. Whoop, there it is. Hundreds. That is awesome. I mean, millions of people grow Romas. I don't know why I can't get them under control. I'm just tired of trying. Starting to simmer. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Beef steaks have stalled. We had so much heat though. That doesn't surprise me. Did you have any of your plants, Allison? Other than the beefsteak that stalled, like did the heat stop your plants from flowering at all? And girl, you're gonna be overrun even if they don't all ripen, because if they don't ripen, you're still gonna make green salsa with your green tomatoes. So fucking good. Don't you dare get rid of those green tomatoes, girl. Hey, Maureen. Yeah, like, hey, Hash with a Genovese. Ooh. Can you dig it, fool? We can dig it. We can dig it. We can dig it. We can dig it. Blink, blink. How you doing, Marine? We have foamy tomato basil soup on the stove. Went through about 14 pounds of tomatoes before we filled the pots. I'm tearing basil. We may take a break. Now that you've arrived, sorry. Because it's going to take a really long time for that soup to cook down. I didn't really think ahead about that part. So, look at all that beautiful basil. Look at that. Sweet Italian is what this is. But my Emerald Tower basil this year also did phenomenal. And then I got a purple basil from Territorial Seed Company. And I'm trying to think of the name and I can't. Rosa? Like I feel like it's called Rosa or Rosea. Awesome. I'm going to have to make so much pesto. I'm excited. Okay, so here's what I think. I think I'm going to pause the live. We're going to just stop the live, even though I'm having a ball. We're going to let this cook down. And I will pop back on when I'm doing the actual, like, okay, it's ready, time to can, which is probably going to be like in an hour. So if you come back, hey, great, I'm going to be here. But I also apologize if you can't, and it's okay because, as we've already found out, I'll talk to myself for hours on end. It's all good. So we finally got rain yesterday too, Maureen. This is a rough summer for rain. Rough. Oh, it's foaming everywhere. Whoops. We're going to turn her down a little bit. Screw up. The foam is getting out of control. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I just really appreciate it. And maybe we'll see you later or maybe not. But either way, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? Love you. Bye.